Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm going to adjust my camera just a little bit. All right, so here we are. We have made it to week 3. And week 3 is really the focus of the spirit. Before we get started, however, we love to come in on one accord, one elevated consciousness. So I'm going to grab my, oh, and I'm home. I'm finally home. Woo, 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 woo. I'm going to use my heart chakra or chakra bell. Of course, healing starts in the heart. So we want to ignite that. So just go ahead if you're not already. You want to get comfortable, relax your shoulders, relax your face, relax your eyes, relax your jaws. If you're sitting, a nice straight back. If you're laying down, still a straight back. We're going to take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Excuse me. The first breath is going to be for ourselves, just cleansing ourselves. The second breath will be for our family. And the third breath will be for our global family, right? So we are dealing with the micro and the macro. We're going to do a 4-4-6 count, breathing in for 4, holding for 4, and releasing the breath through the mouth for 4. So, okay. Yep. We are good to go. So let's take that first deep breath in. Hold on to the breath. And gently release the breath. Deep breath in. Hold on to the breath. And gently release the breath. Again, this final breath for our global family. Deep breath in. Hold on to the breath. And gently releasing through the mouth. Mother, Father, Creator, the Masterful All, the source of all energy, we say thank you for allowing us not only to make it to another plasma, another day, but to a new week. Today we begin a new life. Thank you for all that you have afforded us thus far. Thank you for all the doors that have been opened. And we even give thanks for those doors that have not. For if they have not, we know that we are not ready. We are on your timeline and your timeline only. We give thanks for your guidance, your blessings, and your protection. And we ask that you continue to hold our hands in these ways so that we could be a vessel for your work and your word. And with that, I say it is so, and we give thanks. All right. So give thanks. Again, we have made it to week 3, but we would love to hear how week 2 was for you. That was more so the mind. Did you have more vivid dreams? Did you gain, clarity on whatever, it was or is in your spirit? Did you connect with new people? Do tell, do share. How you feeling? How you vibing? What's cooking? Good looking or not? If you're like Coach Latoya and it's totally raw, then we get that too. But feel free to unmute your mics. Don't be shy. We, of course, don't want to do all the talking, and we would love to hear from you. Now, if you're feeling like, ooh, Brittany unmuted her mic. She unmuted her mic. How you feeling, dear heart?
I feel great. I was kind of late in the game, but I finally did my tune-up yesterday. It was a lot better than I expected. So okay. I have been meeting new people this week. I actually did I had a hypno session Friday. And it was a great experience. As stated, I'm working on, breaking bad habits and anything that's underlying. I'm just in the energy. I just want to, heal it. So
Heal it.
I'm looking forward to more sessions. But that was amazing. It was something new for me. Like
Mm.
you did mention, I think, because it stuck to my head, you were talking about who's doing hydrotherapy this week. So actually this morning I went and did and had my first, because I'm scared of any colon cleanses, even with Queen Afua stuff. You know, we're supposed to do the enemas and little colon.
Mm-hmm.
Girl,
Mm-hmm.
I bypassed all that. I did everything but that. Okay. And every time
Okay.
around, I do everything but that. So today I had my first colonic hydrotherapy.
Wow. That is amazing. How do you feel? Well, how was the experience? And then tell us how you feel.
Okay. From the beginning, the experience was great. The lady that's doing it, she's amazing. And it's crazy, y'all, because the place I used to work, which I still work, I'm just going to be moving around a little bit. Every day I would look out the window and it would be this big old sign that says yoga. And I would go like, everybody keeps saying, you need to do yoga, you need to be dancing, you need to do yoga, you know. Okay. But I'm like, where is the yoga building? Because this place directly in front of us is tattoo. Come to find out, whenever I Googled the colonic hydrotherapy, it was for her place. That's literally, I could walk across the street from my job. So it's been there the whole time. I just like was receiving it and not receiving it, I guess.
Mm.
But timing is everything. But the experience with her, everything was amazing. I'm looking forward. I'm gonna go back in 2 weeks. Um,
Mm.
but sitting in the little, at first I was like, oh no, and I got to do this. But once it got to rolling, at first I was a little nervous and shocked because all this stuff was shooting out, y'all, TMI. But I'm just like, what is going on right now?
Wow. Yes.
So much.
Yes.
And she was giving me, the tummy massages like here and there. So like every now and then I might cramp a little bit, and then I already know. I just got used to it. Okay, something's coming, and it would just come. It was crazy, but overall it was good. I feel lighter. And she gave me little tips, and things like to do too. I did let her know I was already in a group. So she recommended actually some places here for clean eating. Um
Mhm.
that now I could go check out. I actually went to one place today, but I wasn't feeling the food. So I just had the bone broth and I was like, we're gonna stick with the broth. But I'm looking forward to going back. But I'm excited and I thank you all for this space. And I finally did this cleanse, the colonic hydrotherapy. I can't believe it. So I'm really excited. That's like a big step for me because I be avoiding stuff, y'all.
Don't we all? Listen, and they say the thing that we avoid or resist the most is actually the very thing that we need. So we are
Yeah.
super proud of you. Does anyone
Thank
have
you.
anything that they would like to share for Brittany? That is a major step, major, major, and good
Yes.
luck. Mm-hmm.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you.
You're welcome.
There we go. Hey,
Mhm.
it's Coach Shantae. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I just wanted to say kudos to you, Brittany, for getting your first colon cleanse out of the way. That is truly phenomenal. The Most High definitely made a provision for you. Something is easy peasy right across from work. Just everything is coming together in the ways that it is meant to for you. And I'm so proud of you. Cheers to week 3. I'm excited to seeing how this week unfolds for you and hearing about your next experience coming up. It's definitely one of those things that I highly, highly, highly recommend to everyone. And I've heard so many different reasons for why it's something that people will never do or don't believe in and all that kind of stuff. So kudos to you for getting past your initial reservations and making that happen for you. It's definitely going to aid in your cleansing.
Thank you. I give thanks.
Amazing. So did you feel sleepy after, or did you feel a boost of energy?
For me, it was a little mixture. I felt like I was relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Mm-hmm.
more relaxed, and I wouldn't say sleepy. It was just like, to me, I was super duper relaxed. I can't
Mm.
And I tried to look at TV and I'm like, no. I started cooking and then went out to the store. I just been doing laundry. I'm doing laundry now, but now I'm back on the couch. I'm relaxing. I just feel really relaxed.
Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. And the reason why I asked that is because, you can feel either way after a colonic. And my experience, well, I guess I had both. That boost of energy, like, whoo, I feel lighter. I'm ready to run a marathon. And then other days it's just like, ooh, I just want to relax and rest. So give thanks again for your share and for your courage. We're definitely proud of you. Is there anything that anyone else would like to share as it relates to, albeit week one, just how your body is feeling? How are you feeling within the mind? How are you feeling with preparing your foods? Have you been able to prepare? Do you feel like you've fallen off a bit? Do you feel that you've stayed the course? How you feeling? What's going on? Anyone else? No? All right, let's see if anyone else has anything they would like to share. Coaches, anything that you would like to share, ask, put out there into the ethers?
Oh, go ahead, Coach Latoya.
Oh, I was just gonna say, also just kudos to you, just veggie back off of what the other two coaches mentioned, to Brittany about doing your colonic for the first time. I recently had my first colonic, believe it or not, back in October of last year. October. It was supposed to be done for my birthday, but the person was booked up, so I ended up doing it in October, and it was definitely a new experience, but it was well worth it. And it felt like getting off of a fast, like going off of like a 3-week liquid fast for me. Like my senses were heightened, all types of stuff. So, it's definitely worth getting, throughout the year. So yes, it's a whole new experience. So I say congrats also.
It was.
Indeed.
You.
Indeed. Thank you for your share, Coach Latoya. Coach Shantae?
I just wanted to share a little bit about my detox experience this week. It's been an amazing week thus far. I shared last week that I actually started my annual fast/detox February 26th. So my personal detox ended on my birthday, which was this past Friday. And that entire period was just full of so many experiences and opportunities that just stretched my concept of me, my capabilities, the things that are possible in my workspace and in life, and just all those kinds of things. And I'm looking forward to my enema today. I'm looking forward to mapping out some days of sacred silence throughout this week, because it feels like it feels like the lotus bloom with all of its many, 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 many petals. It's just every time that I'm like, oh, wow, that's amazing. There's something else that comes up that's like, oh, wow, that's amazing. Just meeting new people and seeing how they are shaping their path in the space of wellness, connecting with other people that were right here in my city that I had no idea were even here. Like, there's so many different opportunities that are just coming through all of these avenues, and some of these avenues are avenues that I have been actively engaged with. It's just the alignment and timing now seems to be so much more supportive of what I'm striving to do. And I was telling somebody, I think it was earlier this morning, it seems as though this is a period where all of the work that we did towards the end of last year, going into that winter season and taking that time to rest and really getting centered and focused on self is starting to be really rewarded, and momentum is being put behind all of the works that have been started thus far in the year. And I am just so grateful that each one of you have chosen to join us on this detox and healing journey, so that you can experience that momentum as well and get that cleansing and clearing out, get your mind, body, and spirit in alignment so that whatever you have been working on thus far will begin to take shape and gain momentum, because it really does truly feel amazing to be in this space at this time. So this is our week 3, and it's 222 on April the 2nd. I just looked down and saw it. It just is truly an amazing experience and opportunity right now. And we are just so grateful to be able to share this space with y'all. So looking forward to week 3, getting more into the spirit and just seeing what this next week has in store. Because when I tell you, these last few weeks have just been exceptional. They have been truly exceptional. And that includes, not an exception to, but that includes things happening in my personal life that were not positive. It's still, I felt so grounded going through each one of those situations. And, one of those situations is still ever evolving. And I just am remaining in a positive and prayerful state, that, things will work out, and whatever it is that I'm meant to do in that situation, I am strengthened and empowered to do so. But this detox has most certainly assisted me in remaining balanced and grounded in areas and times where otherwise I know I would be a mess. So I give thanks for y'all, and I will yield the mic.
Give thanks for an awesome share. We may not put a whole bunch of thought into our bodies truly being the altar. Like, we may say it, but to know that there's a universe that actually lives within us. Our ancestors live within us, both good, bad, and indifferent. So it's important for us to be truly mindful of what we're doing and how we're doing it. And I say that because I'm thinking of a client who oftentimes reaches out for sessions. And I decided today that I didn't want to have another session, because there are things that are being shared and can be measured as it relates to progress. And I'm realizing that those things aren't being implemented. And if they're not being implemented, having session after session really is just me taking your money, and we're right back at point A. And what I came to is, you have to eat well. You just do. If you are engaging in a whole bunch of sugars, especially if you know that you're someone that is generally emotional or have suffered from anxiety or depression, then you got to cut it out. So really treating our bodies as an altar, as the temple that it is, I think we would continue to be grounded. And no matter what it is that we're going through, it will be less catastrophic, right? It will just be an experience. It'll be a teachable moment, again, rather than a trigger or a trauma. So for me personally, I've been, okay, so I haven't shared this out like that, but I am with child. Yay for me. And it's my first one. And I want to do hydrotherapy so bad, but I can't. So I have chosen a myriad of give thanks, family. I appreciate that. I have been doing the non-evasive, not that either are evasive, but more fiber in my diet so that I can make sure that I don't have extra weight on baby. So that's been pretty interesting as well. So I just wanted to share that. I am striving not to, people will oftentimes say, oh, but you're pregnant, go ahead and eat it. Who cares about a detox? But in my heart of hearts, I know better. So I don't want to really fall in that path. So I'll pause here. I see that Mama Marshawn has come on. Do you have anything that you would like to add, ask as it relates to your last 2 weeks? We were just, sharing our experiences as it relates to week 1 and week 2. So let's see if she unmutes her mic. If not, we will continue. We have a winner.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Well, look, and congratulations.
Give thanks. Give thanks.
Listen, the first week was beautiful. I was on track. I was on point. I was doing all the things. This last week, I was in Montgomery with my mom, but I still managed to stay focused as far as what I was eating detox part of things. But I'm one of those people that always has delayed reaction emotionally to things. So in the presence of the crisis, I'm in, high alert. I'm doing everything that I need to do. And then afterwards, it changes. That's when it all comes crashing down on me. So this past week, I have been in the crash phase. So even with me doing the things that I needed to do and eat the way I needed to eat, my body still wasn't doing what it needed to do. So I've spent the last few days miserable. Like my stomach is bloated and it has been a rough day. So I feel like I'm finally getting on track. So that detox and saying that you need to detox emotionally, mentally, as well as physically with what you eat is so very real because I'm seeing the manifestation.
Okay. Well, as we can see, the bandwidth is going in and out, so hopefully she'll come back in. But if you can hear us, we give many, many thanks for your honesty and your transparency because it's really real. Everything is not going to be perfect, so we appreciate that. And it doesn't matter how you fall, it's how you get back up. So we know that, this week it will be more intentional. Like you said, the manifestations are here. So it's just like, okay, well, let me try to do this and not that, and really fight, the mind, right? Because the body really isn't in control. It's the mind, for real, for real. So, you got this and you have our support. Please let us know she's back. You're welcome.
Yes, it's like I said, that manifestation is real. So, and I was running around doing a lot today, so I'm at the store now, but I made sure I had my cucumbers. To me is like the magic wand of detox as far as what I eat. Because I feel like when I eat a lot of cucumbers, everything does what it's supposed to do.
Right. And my apologies, this is another one of our students trying to come in. Just click the Zoom link. At the end of the day, you know that you have this, and I'm happy to hear that cucumbers are your go-to because we know that cucumbers are not only a diuretic, which helps us to thus releasing toxicity, but it's also one of those things that promote forgiveness. So definitely, don't hold on to anything. Oh, I should have, could have. Nope.
If you knew,
dealing with the present.
If you knew the stuff that has been in my head, and when you said they help foster forgiveness, honey, I might need to go buy me about 10 more cucumbers.
Well, you have yourself a great time with that. You can make all types of things, but definitely allow yourself grace, especially as you are going through and processing, just life issues. The key is to stick and stay and not, hold yourself hostage because you didn't do a thing. So, you got this. You got this. I did see that Coach Shantae unmuted for a hot second. Was there something that you wanted to add?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that even though my mom did have those setbacks, I have seen her health journey. So I just want to say that I am super proud of you for your awareness and for coming back to your commitment to yourself and coming back to your commitment to your health, because that is how we make the changes that we need to make within ourselves and within our bloodline. It's not, one of those things that just, you just do it. A lot of those things that are tied to emotions with food are really challenging to move past. So the fact that you have fostered awareness, you have a safe space for your awareness to receive that feedback from yourself, and for you to be able to say, okay, I did these things and these are the results of those things. Okay, what do I need to do to get back on track? That is amazing, because that shows that you have grown past that point of, well, I done messed up, and it don't make sense to just keep on trying. And you came back to it and you recommitted, and you just come back to it and recommit as many times as you need to. You only fail when you quit. So I am super proud of you for sticking to what you said you were going to do, recommitting to that. Because I know it. I know the some of the things, like I said, that I mentioned, that I didn't mention. My maternal grandmother had been hospitalized during the detox. My brother had been to the hospital during the detox, and my paternal grandmother had been admitted to the hospital during the detox. And, that's a lot. It's a lot of stuff to contend with, but I'm super proud of both of us, because my mom, we have some similar habits. So just to be recommitting to the journey, staying on track with all of those things going on, that is huge for us. And I am patting us both on the back. Big kudos, because it could go so many other different ways. So I'm super proud of you.
Look at this generational healing. Wait a minute. Let me just give one of these. That is so amazing, and I'm happy that you're both able to be here for one another. So, kudos to y'all, and I just can't wait to see what unfolds for the both of you as you continue on in your journey. So, it was something that you said. We oftentimes say in the wealth building world, Dante Taylor, quitters never win, but a winner never quits. So definitely consider yourself a winner at life, right? There was something else that I wanted to mention. Oh, the quizzes are in your dashboard, if you will, your back office. So take a moment to go through them and just see how you're feeling, what you're feeling, and maybe make one solid commitment to yourself for the next 7 days and try to make it unbreakable, right? This is the one thing that you're going to do every single day without fail, and just see how you do. No judgment, regardless of what your result is at the end. The goal is to try. And I see Monica has made it in. Thank you so much for coming in. Did you have anything that you wanted to share with us as it relates to your journey? You're on mute.
Greetings, sisters. How are you?
Greetings, beautiful. How are you?
I am doing great. So I am a Sacred Woman, spring 2019. And I just really like to see sisters that's on the journey. I got stuck in gateway 0, and I just wanted to try to make everything so perfect. And the class is so quick, but it's a lot of information. But you have to do the work, ladies. And I just love to see the ladies that's doing the work, because it's so hard. And I'm working through so many traumas, so many generational things on top of being a mother. But when I see the ladies doing it, I know that it can be done. So I just love being in the circle. And I just know doing the work is the thing. That's why it's just the excuse. I mean, you just do it. If, Mother Afua said, just do it. And I'm just trying to find a way to separate myself from my family so I can do it. So I'm gonna make some commitments this week because I need a booster to push me into the space that I need to be in. And I know it's always like, I have healing work to do, or I want to be in the circle, but I have to really heal myself. And that's my ministry. I am the ministry, and I have to know that. And I'm just grateful to be in the circle with you, sisters, to see you doing the work. You're so beautiful and you're so aspiring, and I love you. And I will message you. I don't want to say your name. I don't want to mess it up, but I will message you for my reading and consultation. And I will commit, because I did pay, and it's not even about paying, it's just blessing you, sisters, because it takes a lot. Even the Emerald, just the website, everything, it just shows me if you do the work, you can do it. And if you're in a circle, where the sisters are not kind of ready. I mean, I found you guys through Queen Afua, through the Sacred Woman Village, the Facebook group, but it's kind of just hard to find sisters in your area, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just glad that I'm here to support you guys and just to see you an embodiment of walking in it. And I think that would be enough, but I have to make a commitment this week to something. So I really appreciate you, sisters.
Oh, we appreciate you too. And we appreciate your honesty and your transparency, because it can be hard, finding your tribe, so to speak. And we are here for you. We give thanks for your support, and we certainly look forward to supporting you. And it's Shay. If people are like, well, how do I get Shayola a lot, but it's Shayola or just Shay. It's fine. And I'll make sure that I'll help you find that receipt email so that you can go in that way and book, so that it shows up on our main calendar. Because I'll be the one to do a sidebar thing, and it's just like everybody else is not in the know, and I don't want to start that trend. So we'll get together offline.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So yes, the quizzes are there. Definitely feel free to go into the community, vibe there, add your pictures. We see some beautiful things coming through, inspiring things. So, you want to make sure that you're doing that. We have about 20 minutes left of the call. How will we feel? Do we want a community energy reading? How are we feeling about that? Anybody? Because we can say,
hi. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I was trying to make sure I get enough. My internet was trying to go down, so I'm back.
Okay.
And so I can hear you all quite well. And I wanted to share a little bit about my past 2 weeks. I missed last week's call, but the first week went well as far as me getting some insight into what was going on with my life balance. I'm a workaholic. I really am. I work more than I do anything else. And so it was my goal the first day was to make sure I had everything that I wanted to have in the house, as far as preparing my meals and preparing my my juices. And I had everything in the house, and I did well the first day, which was a Sunday, because I was off Sunday and I didn't do anything Sunday. But come Monday, I found I had everything in the house, but I didn't have time to prepare what I had. So I went all day without eating, drinking, doing anything, which is sometimes the norm for me. And what I realized after the second day was that in how I planned for myself, because everything in my day was based on what I needed to do for everyone else and not what I needed to do for me. And so by the third day, I was, what I did was I made my juices, my smoothies, not juices, my smoothies. And I put them in the refrigerator. And so when I decided to intake something, I had something already prepared. I didn't have to think hard about what I was going to do, where I was going to get it. And so that was a big plus for me, just putting myself first, just prioritizing myself. And then this past week, well, during the week, the first week and this week, I found that I am dreaming a lot and remembering my dreams. And some of them are like, okay, some of them I don't want to remember. Some of them I you know, because it a lot of the dreams that I'm having is not about me, it's about people that are close to me. And I started reading, well, I won't say reading, my kids laugh at me when I say read, because I read so much out of necessity that I don't get a chance to read out of just my choices. And so I do a lot of audiobooks. So I'm doing an audiobook and I'm not sure of what the name of it is. But the gist of it that I'm getting from it is that I can't be everybody's savior. And that hit me so hard, because that's always been what I've been. That's always been my role in life when it comes down to family, friends. You know, I'm the one that they come to when they need, you know, someone to process something, someone to do something, someone to write something. And it's like, okay, it was a big aha moment for me. If I'm going to be their savior, then I don't leave room for their savior to be their savior.
Come on now.
So I've got to keep that in mind. And that has worked so well for me this week, because it has allowed me to be able to say no and be okay with saying no, knowing that they're going to be okay. And I don't have to use the cliche of if you don't do it, if something happens to you, they'll still be okay. Because I know that if something doesn't have to happen to me for them to be okay, I just have to let them be okay. And so that is, I think, just, you know, not being bogged down with some of the physical and some of the things that I eat and the things that I find that I thought was necessary. I didn't find it was necessary. I thought it was necessary, but I'm finding that some of the things that I thought was necessary is really not necessary. It's just things that I chose to do. Some of the things that I thought I needed to think about are not things that I really need to think about. It's just things that I chose to think about. And once I cleared some of that baggage off of me, it's like, I'm good. You know, I'm good. And so that's where I've been this week, is just being able to have some clarity about who I am to me and who I should be to others, and not feeling like I have to be everything to everybody.
Wow. Can we just give Dr. Muriel a round of applause? That was absolutely incredible. You know, as women folk, we tend to wear this super cape. We feel like we have to be superwoman, show up for everybody in every way, every day, and we don't take the time for ourselves, right? And we literally cannot pour from an empty cup. And I love that you were able to acknowledge that, you know, if you're unable to do a thing, they're going to be all right. And allowing their savior to come in and do some saving. God said, do something, not everything. So it is just so admirable to hear that you are peeling back the layers, you are propping yourself up and you're saying, you know what, actually, I'm not available for that. Because if we don't do that, then we'll constantly be at the mercy of other people. And then we, like you said, I'm choosing actually to do these things. I don't have to. Just deciding like what it is that I want to do versus what I don't want to do, and not doing it out of anything other than just love, right? Because sometimes we can do things out of shame, guilt, or fear, thinking that we're helping someone else. But sometimes we will have a greater consequence because we're getting in the way of the Most High's work for that person in their lesson. So if we keep swooping in to save the day, they don't get the lesson. They repeat the behavior, and then they come back to us for the help. And then we start to feel that resentment. So I'm so proud and happy to hear that you are choosing you, and just knowing that they're literally going to be okay. So I look forward to next week, Sunday, to see how the 7 days have unfolded for you. And I'm just proud of you. Like, I'm super proud. Like, I actually had to write, take your cape off and be okay with taking a rest. And just to close this point out, as it relates to your dreams, right? So when we go into those alternate realities, and it may, like you said, there are things that you don't want to necessarily see or remember. Just know that those are usually, they're your messages, good, bad, or indifferent, and just striving to embrace them, or even getting into a space where you know that you're dreaming within a dream, and allowing yourself to stay there so that you can get the full message. And it's sometimes it could be daunting when you have vision in that way, but it's also a gift. So just not allowing it to weigh you down in any way. Just use the information wisely so that you can make the decisions. And you don't necessarily have to share with that person what you may have dreamt of, but you might, just reach out just to check in and see how they're doing. But I'll yield the mic. Does anyone else have anything to say for Dr. Muriel?
Yes, I'm so proud of my mom for, embarking on this journey. She's definitely always been supportive, and I'm glad she's doing this for herself. And as I've mentioned to her, as I have in some ways strive to say to her, but I'm glad that she's saying this for herself. She's seeing it for herself, experiencing it for herself, to put herself first. And it's okay to say no, even when it comes to me. I prefer that. I prefer people to honestly do and be authentically do and say what they feel and do it. So I'm just so happy, and I see a lot of myself in my mom, and I also notice that she gives me nuggets to kind of, because I'm sure she sees herself in me. So she's like trying to give me, nuggets, so that I am, doing things for myself too. So I'm just so proud of you and all that you're doing, and that you're, taking this time for yourself, and that you are, you have set the tone for me to be on this path, and that you are doing this for yourself and also for our bloodline. So I'm so happy for you.
Hercules. Now that is so great. I'm so proud and happy for y'all. Like, doing the work for your bloodline though, like that's what we're here for, to clean it up and clean it out, so that we don't continue to repeat the habits and the all the stuff, right? We want our offspring and heirs to, have experiences and childhoods, and that they don't have to recover from, but it starts with us. So again, very happy, very, very happy indeed. Anyone else have anything that they would like to impart? Okay, well, let's go through this quick reading. Is everyone in alignment with that? How y'all feeling? Yeah, I see a head nod.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we're just gonna go through it quickly. We have 10 minutes, and I'm striving to be timely. Striving. All right, so whatever is to you, all the things. So let's just take a moment. Let's take one deep breath in unison. Deep breath in. Hold on to the breath. And release the breath. And I just want to make sure, Mother, Father, Creator, do I have permission to move forward? I do. Give thanks. And I'm asking because I have a little knot at the top. And I just wanted to make sure that the pendulum was okay. Most High is okay with me moving forward. All right. How is I'm going to start with the ether element. The right brain of the community, left brain of the community, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, intestines. Moving on to the air element. How's the right lung of the community? How's the left lung of the community? How's the communication? How's the diet? Moving on to the fire element. How is the reproductive of the space? We are all women here, so we are checking in for the right fallopian tube, left fallopian tube, right ovary, left ovary. How's the blood? How's the intuition? Moving on to the water element. How's the heart? Emotions. How's the feelings of the community? Nervous system, bladder, kidneys, urinary tract, liver. Moving on to the earth element. As a community, are we grounded? Stable? How's the ascending colon? How's the descending colon? How are the bones? And how are the bowel movements? All right. So this is actually probably the best results that I've seen for us as a community. So I'll go through them very quickly. The ether element came back positive across the board. The air element, positive across the board. The fire element, positive across the board. The water element, adverse across the board. And the earth element, positive across the board. So in a nutshell, what this is saying is we do have more clarity. It's not as much mental fogginess. We are aware of decisions that need to be made, not so much straddling the fence. As it relates to the earth element, the air element, we are speaking our piece. We are stating facts. We are being honest with ourselves, if not with other people. So that is great. The fire element is showing that there is a lot of fertility in the space. So whether that's with babies or businesses, it's time to really put that thinking cap to work to just bring up, am I living in my full potential? Am I using my time wisely to do the work of the Most High? Am I being a vessel in the way that I should be a vessel to bring about my gifts? As it relates to the water element, that's just showing that there's some relationship things that need to be worked on. There may be some heartbreak, some residual feeling that some of us may be feeling. It could be, I'm gonna err on the side of both spiritual and physical, because the the physical aspect being the nervous system, the bladder, the urinary tract, the liver, those things also came back adverse. So there may be some stress, right? as we move through this phase and these next few moon phases, you may feel more old stuff coming up, things that it is time for you to literally, y'all, we can't go under, we can't go around, and we can't go over. We got to go through that thing to get to the other side. So whatever it may be that's been holding on to you, it's time to confront it, right? The shadow work is necessary. We don't want to, we want to nullify, so to speak, the shadow. But we don't want to forget that it is there. The ego, we don't want to forget that it's there. We just need to put it in check. We don't want to starve the ego, because then it'll start reaching out for more attention. So coming into the balance is basically what I'm saying. Your baths are going to be important for this water element. Intentional showers are going to be important for the water element. Drinking more water is going to be important. If the weather allows and you have time and space, getting to a water source is going to be important. Even if just to sit next to it, do some meditation, no electronics. You can even put your feet in the water. If you can't take a bath, again, a basin big enough to just put your feet in and relax. Okay. The earth element, again, positive. That's showing that our feet are in the right direction. We ready to move and do all the things. So just continue to, if nothing else, always trust your instinct. Your first mind is your greatest mind. Don't second guess yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Trust yourself immensely, especially over these next full moon phases, because doubting obviously is going to insert some type of fear, which will then ignite some type of stagnation. Go for it. It is your time to go for it. So that was on my spirit to say. Go for it. Whatever it is, y'all, self-included. I've been sitting on this book for I don't know how long. My husband's starting to side-eye me, so I'm going to get it done. Does anyone have anything that they would like to add? We have just a couple of more minutes. The mic is open. Don't be shy now. Really? Okay. So then that means that we are in agreement that we are going to make sure that we get our Black foods in, our Black rices, our berries, eggplant if you want, almonds to help continue with the mind. We're going to get our citruses in. We're going to journal. We're going to meditate. We're going to have our fire. We're going to do our ginger. Well, not me, but y'all. Ginger and our cayenne and our garlic to clean, to purify the blood. We're going to take our time with our hearts, y'all. Remember, healing starts in the heart. And if the heart is broken, it's going to be harder to move through your healing. And we're going to have our rooting vegetables. The weather allows, get outside, stand on the ground, put your bottom on the ground, and just take in the mycelium network. Give thanks to the Most High for another opportunity to get it right. So I will post this recording in our community within the next 24 hours. It's probably going to be today because I'm home. So that's all I got. Anybody else before we say peace, light, and love? Okay. Well, thank y'all for coming in. I look forward to we all look forward to seeing each other next week, Sunday, same time, same place. So feel free to save this link. Coach Shantae, anything to add? Okay, she was unmuting, ready to say peace, light, and love, y'all. See you next week, Sunday.
There we go. Now you can hear me.
Peace,
Peace, y'all.
Peace.